Do you feel like your daily commute is getting longer and your train is getting just a little squashier? You are not alone. Public transport patronage is going up, but the network and frequency of services is just not growing at the same rate, leading to delays and overcrowding. So let's meet Matt, a working professional who has made his home in Glen Waverley. Matt is one of the 326,000 Melburnians who take public transport to get to work, taking a bus, train, and tram to travel to his workplace in the city. He feels that his commute has gotten more frustrating over the last few years.
Where's my bus? It should have been here 5 minutes ago. I hate having to stand every morning. Why are there never any seats?
Our solution is the Commuter Wellness Score, or CWS. The Commuter Wellness Score combines key performance metrics into one easy-to-read score for routes in the public transport network, allowing you to understand the overall health of PTV at a moment's notice. We found that many factors can affect the commuter experience and are important to explore. We focused on 3 key frustrations, combined in a weighted average to create the Commuter Wellness Score. We chose timeliness because certainty of time and communication of this metric allows commuters to plan ahead and reduce stress and anxiety. Capacity is important because being able to claim personal space on public transport can impact on mood and how fellow passengers react to others. And finally, stop density. The more stops there are on the route, the more frequently a vehicle will stop, causing frustration for commuters. When planning journeys, small delays to commuters can compound into much bigger ones due to missing transfers. Timeliness for the CWS was calculated by working out the difference between scheduled time based on public transport schedule and actual time based on Mikey data controlled for hour of the day. The raw Mikey data provided was combined to create a master scan-on, scan-off database with closer scan-on and OS for card IDs matched to each other. Using this, we were able to work out an estimated actual time taken between stops. We scored this based on average difference in scheduled time and actual time, with 5 being with the least delays and 1 being with the most delays. Let's look at the timeliness of Matt's work commute. We can see that he can expect a 1.5 delay for his bus and a 9-minute delay for his train, giving average actual wait time of 5.25 minutes wait per leg, scoring a low commuter wellness score of 2. We found capacity important because the more crowded it is on public transport, the more likely it can influence negative behaviors, such as shifting towards private transport and aggression towards fellow passengers. To calculate capacity, we took the difference between scan-on and offs at each stop and summed it to get the total number of passengers on each route, controlled by hour. We then calculated the crowd factor by taking the average number of people on the vehicle over the total capacity of the vehicle. The resulting crowd factor is matched to a score, with 5 being 0 to 20% capacity and 1 being overcapacity. When Matt gets on board at Glen Waverley train station, there are 240 people with him, over the train's maximum capacity of 900, giving it a crowd factor of 27% and scoring a 5 on the capacity score. And because Matt set up at 6 a.m. in the morning, his overall capacity score for his route to work is a 4.5. The final factor is stop density, which looks at how many stops on a given route are within walking distance of each other. This is mainly applicable for trams and buses where access stops can be skipped. To calculate density, we examine the sequence of stops for any given route using PTV published timetable data. Mikey data was overlaid to provide a view of which services had the most volume and hence would be biggest focus areas for improvement. The density score is generated based on ratio of stops within walking distance less than 250 meters as a proportion of all stops. Looking at Matt's tram use from Melbourne Central to Melbourne University, it has varying scores between 0.25 for Route 3 to 0.64 for Route 30. In the best case scenario, Matt's index would average out to a score of 3 for stop density. However, we found that stop density is a score that usually does not vary by the time of day travel, which means that Matt has to choose a different route if he wants to avoid delays caused by excessive stops. Matt's commuter wellness score for his 6:45 a.m. morning commute is a 3.3, meaning that he can expect an average experience, with a low score on timeliness at 2, meaning likely delays, high on capacity, meaning that he's able to get a seat, and low on density, indicating that if he doesn't change his route, it is a score that is unlikely to change. The CWS helps Matt make better decisions. What does he want to prioritize for his commuter experience today? Matt could also prioritize comfort and leave a bit earlier and take the 6:30 a.m. to miss the rush, potentially even getting a seat on the train or bus. The CWS can be combined with multiple factors to give a more holistic view of the public transport network and provide a better experience for commuters. Some factors include weather, accessibility, underserved and overserved areas, and construction and development. Other uses of CWS include real-time understanding of where to prioritize service work and improvement in the commuter experience with an objective score. Next steps for CWS include fixing data quality and integrating PTV timetables with Mikey-Data, doing more extensive customer research to understand ratings for factors, incorporating these factors into CWS, and providing a real-time view of the CWS for commuters. The Commuter Wellness Score gives citizens more choice to make decisions that are right for them, so that they can realize the potential and cope with the normal stresses of life. We hope that its impact helps Melbourne's continuous work towards being a thriving and sustainable city.